Good evening, everyone. I am Susanna Lal, and on behalf of International Council for Circular Economy, I would like to welcome you all to Circular Chat, a talk series that takes place every Wednesday at 5 p.m. Our talk show involves an insightful conversation with people belonging to various sectors and agencies committed to work for a circular economy. We invite people from industries, governments, multilateral organizations, and nonprofits from a particular sector to understand all perspectives. International Council for Circular Economy, also known as ICCE, was incorporated in July 2020 and formally launched in August 2020 to function as the first international body in India working on the principles of circular economy. ICC is a global platform for public and private sector companies, civil society organizations, academic institutions, and business associations. We help align stakeholders' practices towards the circular economy's basic tenets in material efficiency, system design, resource recovery, and reducing negative externalities across sectors. ICC operates in three strong pillars: educate, innovate, and inspire. Today, in another session of Circular Chat, we will have a discussion with Ms. Iram M, Managing Director of EWaste Social Private Limited, an aggregator which connects companies with e-waste recyclers. She is responsible for the company's vision, global strategy, and day-to-day operations. Iram is an IIM Bangalore alumni, a creative and resourceful professional with a track record of directing and playing a contributory role in major developmental programs for sustainable living. Through strong organic growth, expansion, a customer-first market approach, as well as product-focused strategy, EWaste Social has led a redefinition of this large market and built a formidable roster of customers and partners. Iram is a firm believer of sustainable living and wants to do her part in applying technology to improve sustainability. Welcome to the Circular Chat, Iram, and we are very pleased to have you with us.
Yeah, thank you. Good evening, everyone, and thank you, International Council for Circular Economy, for having me on this chat show. And I'm glad that people have started talking about circular economy, and we are here to make people more aware and conscious to make decisions not only regarding buying the product, but also making sure that they are recycled well. So
yes,
yeah,
that's right, Iram.
That's the idea.
Iram, yes, EWaste Social is a platform for aggregation of e-waste, responsible e-waste management, carbon footprint reduction certification, and fulfillment of extended product responsibility through the value chain. And there is no doubt in the fact that you are very well leading the organization. Iram, we would be delighted to know your understanding of e-waste and how do consumers play a part in careless and massive e-waste disposal.
So e-waste is anything, any electronic which is not of any use to the consumer currently becomes an e-waste. So anything which has a plug, cord, battery, a PCB, electric devices which have electronic components, medical devices, monitors. There are plenty, and mobile phones, laptops. You look around, like tube light bulbs, they all come under e-waste category. So the e-waste is growing at a humongous rate because as the economy is thriving and more people are becoming digitally connected to their businesses, to their education, to various other platforms, e-waste is going to increase. And this problem is, I would say, there is a solution as well. But the problem of e-waste is going to get massive if appropriate measures are not taken. And at EWaste Social, we are trying to create an ecosystem wherein the corporates are connected to the recycler on a transparent auction platform. And there are no middlemen and no agents involved in this. So a corporate creates an auction, and the registered recycler who is who is meeting all the compliances by the state and the Central Pollution Control Board can bid for it.
Thank you for answering that, Iram. Iram, the world's growing demand for electronic devices is creating numerous environmental challenges, and tons of e-waste is being generated worldwide. So what are the adverse environmental problems faced with e-waste?
India was fifth largest producer of e-waste, and it came to number 3. So now we are the third largest producer of e-waste, and I am in no doubt that we will surpass the number 3 position and come to number 2 as well, because the population is huge. And so e-waste consists of a lot of hazardous components, which, like, if gone to the landfill, can cause major disadvantages to the ecosystem, and it can come back to us in the form of food and water. So, so the proper disposal of e-waste is equally important, and the proper awareness to the recyclers about how the e-waste needs to be disposed is very important. And the creating an awareness about e-waste is also very important.
That's right. That's right. Creating awareness is very important, And we've often heard and we know that proper e-waste management can lead to a circular economy. So how does that happen? And we'd also love if you could share any case study with us from one of your projects.
Yeah. So what happens is, we say that e-waste management is a strong foundation for a circular economy, because e-waste is not dumped into the landfill. So what we do is either it goes for refurbishing. So the computer or the laptop, what is no longer for you goes to the refurbisher. It gets refurbished and it goes into the secondary market and is reused again. Again, it reduces the carbon footprint for production of a new laptop. Whereas if it is of no use to you and it has zero value to the refurbisher, it goes for the to the recycler, and the recycler takes out the metals and the precious metals out of it. And the plastic is gone to the plastic recycling, and the metal goes for the metal recycling. And the lead is again is disposed of and lead and mercury is disposed of in a proper manner, so that there is no harmful effect to the environment. And all these precious metals again are used for building products and components. Again, adding to the the product. Adding to the product life cycle of electronic. So thereby we are reducing carbon footprint by not mining the new metals, but reusing the metals which are there in the electronics, which we have recycled. So the carbon impact reduces. To manufacture 1 ton of even 100 gram of gold, it causes huge carbon footprint on the environment. Whereas if you are recycling it and removing it from the electronic which is wasted, it is much lesser. So in that regard, we are able to reduce the carbon footprint what we create on the environment.
That is good to know, Iram. Iram, considering all the experience that you have in this field, is there any advice that you would like to give to our audience, or if you could share any techniques or unique practices that stakeholders and entrepreneurs can keep in mind in order to maintain a well-designed e-waste disposal process?
I think don't trash anything. E-waste is not a waste, and it can generate great value to whoever it is with. Let it be corporates or individuals. It is not a item which needs to be trashed. Let it be a wire or a battery or and just think that it's going to come back to you. If you trashed it a battery, it is going to come back to you through the food or through the water what we drink. So responsibly, discarding e-waste is equally important. I think if awareness needs to be created at the grassroots level, wherein people are aware that trashing is not the right thing to do with e-waste. There is enormous amount of wealth in the waste. So we need to recycle it in a most appropriate way. Again, corporates need to know their responsibility too. Currently in India, 95% of the e-waste is recycled in an informal manner, which involves underage children, women, and which again leads to a lot of complications. and they do not know the best practices to dismantle e-waste or remove the metals from the e-waste. So creating awareness among the corporates that through transparent, an auction platform like EWaste Social, wherein we let corporates decide who they want to give, their e-waste to, create an auction, get appropriate price for their auction, and only let registered recyclers bid for it. So we do not allow any trade of e-waste on our platform. We just give it to the registered recyclers. I think awareness of those sorts will help in a long way. For recyclers also, we at EWaste Social, we do a lot of programs with the recyclers where we make them aware about the best practices, what they need to do, because a lot of recyclers do not know, what are the best practices, and they end up harming themselves because there are a lot of hazardous material involved in dismantling of e-waste. So making them aware about the best practices, that is one of the I think the key thing we are doing at EWaste Social for both the sides, for both the corporates as well as for the recyclers. Also, one more thing is sometimes waste travels many a miles to reach to the registered recycler. Through our platform, EWaste Social, we are trying to connect the corporate who generates e-waste to the closest recycler, thereby reducing the carbon footprint in the transportation. So we are trying to create a more ecosystem which is transparent, which helps in price discovery, which lets recycler have the benefit to get visibility to the corporate, and the corporate gets knows what price they have received for their e-waste. Also, for the awareness, we have done various initiatives with FICCI and MSME. With the FICCI Flow Bangalore, we did an initiative wherein we created a mural out of e-waste, and that has been put up at Bangalore International Airport. And it truly is a symbol to show that waste is not waste till it is trashed. So there is an enormous amount of wealth in it, but we just need to see, and we need to make use of it in the most appropriate way.
Thank you, Iram. And you just mentioned that you educate recyclers regarding proper e-waste management. So is it just the recyclers, or are you involved in educating the general public as well?
Yes, we are. We do quite a lot of awareness campaigns and initiatives for the general public as well. We did a lot of campaigns with the FICCI Apartment Adda, where we were able to educate a lot of common individuals who had e-waste, and in India, we are generating each per capita e-waste generation is 7.3 kilos, and which is quite a large amount, per annum. And looking at the size of our population, it adds up to a big number. So we have created awareness on various platforms, and we've got a very positive response, wherein people did not even know what e-waste was, and once after our awareness campaign, they started recycling it more efficiently. I wouldn't say that most of the people are not aware about e-waste, but a lot of people, even the educated lot, are not aware about the mishandling of e-waste and how it can have disadvantages on the environment if not recycled or refurbished in an appropriate way.
That's right, Iram. Iram, thank you so much for being with us today. It was indeed an insightful discussion with you. And I'm sure the people who watched the session learned a lot about e-waste management and the new and innovative techniques stakeholders and entrepreneurs can adopt. To our audience, we will continue this series with more discussions and with esteemed experts from various sectors for a more circular future. The write-up for this particular session will be shared on our website as well as our social media channels. And you can always come back to our YouTube channel to check out more of our videos on circular economy. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you. And please do log on to our website and recycle your e-waste, or recycle and refurbish your e-waste in the best possible way.
Thank you, Iram.
Thank you.